In this video, I'll show you how to create a clean kinetic typography motion animation in Canva. This tutorial is beginner-friendly and will build the animation step by step using only basic Canva tools. So let's get started. All right, first open Canva and choose any canvas size you want. I'm using 1280 by 720. The first thing we need is a background. Go to the Elements and search for a gray background. You can explore both graphics and photos. I'll open Photos and find a background I like. Insert it onto the canvas, right-click, and set it as the background. Now open the transparency settings and lower it to around 65%. Next, press the letter T on your keyboard to add a text. Type your first word, go to the fonts, and select the League Spartan font. Increase the font size to around 99 pixels, change the color to something that pops, make the text uppercase, and align it to the center. This completes the first slide. Now, click on the three dots and duplicate the slide. Move the text slightly upward, duplicate the text, and drag the copied text downward. Change the second text color to black, type your second word, slightly decrease the font size, and align it to the center. Duplicate the slide again, add a new word, and make sure it's perfectly centered. The idea behind this animation is very simple. We duplicate the slide and add one or two new words each time. For example, on this slide, I only want one word, so I'll delete the two existing text elements, center the remaining one, and type my new word. Now, duplicate the slide again, move the word upward, change its color to black, write the next word, slightly reduce the size, and center it. Duplicate the slide. Select both text layers and rotate them vertically. Let me zoom out the preview so you can see everything clearly. Adjust the size and position them properly. Next, add another text layer, place it on the slide, and increase its size. Duplicate it and write the second and third texts, adjusting their positions as needed. Now, duplicate the slide again and delete all the text, because here we'll add a circle that will be part of the animation. This will make more sense once we start animating. Go to Elements and search for Circle Border. We want only the border, not a filled circle. Add a circle border graphic and reduce its size. If the graphic doesn't have color options like this one, then delete it and search for another one. Make it smaller, position it above the original circle, change its color to yellow, and center it. Duplicate the slide. Now remove the black circle by going to Position, opening Layers, and deleting it. Increase the size of the yellow border and align it to the center. In the center of the slide, add the text you want by copying it from the previous slide and pasting it here. Write the word or phrase you want. Duplicate the slide, then duplicate the text and move the new one below. Type your next word, resize it, and position it under the main text. Open the fonts and change the font to Roboto, increase its size, and center it properly. Duplicate the slide and change the main logo text to 2D. Duplicate that slide again, then delete the circle border, the animation text, and the background, because now we're switching the background color. Place the remaining text in the center and write your intro text. Reduce the size and center it. Duplicate the slide. Duplicate the intro text. Move the new one downward. Change the word to outro. Switch the font to Lilawati and center both text layers. Duplicate the slide again. Copy the intro text and paste it. Replace the word with kinetic. Change its color to white and adjust the alignment so everything sits perfectly in the center. Duplicate the slide. Add another text layer. Make it smaller and position it in the center. Duplicate the slide again and add another text layer. Next, duplicate the page. Copy the intro text and paste it here. Add the word and adjust the alignment so everything sits perfectly in the center. Duplicate the page. Add another word. Adjust its alignment. At this stage, we're simply building the typography sequence by duplicating pages and changing words. The motion will come later through animation. Now, add a new blank page. This will be our call to action slide. Press C to add a circle, align it to the center, and change its color to white. Copy the text from the previous page and paste it here. Change it to "For Your," increase the size, and reduce the line spacing so it looks clean and compact. Next, copy the bold intro text from earlier, paste it below, and replace it with "Business." Make it slightly smaller and place it neatly under the first line. Adjust spacing and alignment so the CTA feels balanced. Now go to Elements and search for Circle Shade. Open Graphics and select a shade you like. Place it behind the circle. Go to Position and send it backward. Reduce the transparency so it looks soft. Center it and group them together. This adds depth and makes the CTA look more professional. Now add the final page for contact details. Press R to add a rectangle and adjust its width and height. Change its color to white. Copy the bold text again and place it inside the rectangle. Change it to "Contact Us," reduce the size, and align it properly. Go to Elements, search for a USA flag graphic, resize it, and place it below. Add another text, type your contact number, and adjust its position. Duplicate this section to add another location or contact number. Then add your website and social media details in the same way. To give the heading a 3D look, go to Elements, search for Rectangle Shade, resize and adjust this behind the heading, crop it from the top, and adjust the alignment. At this point, all pages are ready. Now it's time to animate everything. Select the first page and slightly adjust the preview size so everything is clearly visible. Select the text, click on Animate, and here you'll see many different animation styles. You can experiment with different options and choose what works best for your design. For this text, I'll select the pop animation. Next, adjust the page duration. By default, Canva sets it to around 4.7 seconds, which is too slow for kinetic typography. I'll reduce it to 1 second and apply it to all pages so the animation feels fast and dynamic. Now, open the second page. Select the first word, apply the baseline animation, and set it to Enter Only. Do the same for the second word. On the next page, apply baseline to the first word and leave it to both. Apply baseline to the second word as well. For the last word, I'll use the pan animation. In most kinetic typography projects, I mainly use pop, baseline, and pan because they work very well together and keep the animation clean. Next, let's add transitions. Click the transition icon, choose Match and Move, and apply it to all pages. Later, we can change transitions for specific slides, but matching move works well in most cases, so it's a good base. Like on the next slide, I'll change the transition to flow and set the direction from top to bottom. Now select the next page, choose the first word, apply the baseline animation, and set it to Enter Only, and choose the up to down direction. Do the same for the second word. Continue applying similar animations to the remaining pages to keep the motion consistent. Now we reach the circle slide, I'll switch the transition to circle wipe. That's why we added the circle earlier, so the transition feels intentional and smooth. Let's preview the animation now. At this point, it looks a bit too fast because after applying transitions, the page duration automatically reduces. So let's fix that by setting the page duration back to 1 second. Preview it again, and now the animation feels much more balanced. At this point, you understand the full animation process. To keep the video short, I'll pause the recording and quickly apply animations to the remaining slides the same way. Now, all the animations are done. Let's add some background music. Go to Elements, search for Upbeat Music, and click on See All under Audio. Listen to a few tracks and choose one that matches the vibe of your animation. After spend some time, I'll find this music which I like. So I'll add it to the timeline, close the sidebar. Let's see the final result. So that's how you can create a kinetic typography motion animation in Canva. Now, if you want this exact design as a ready-to-use template, just like this video and comment below. I'll add the template link in the description.